Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the Auldey Wave 3 mini figures, which are very G1-esque, non-transforming action figures, what Transformers Red should have been, except for a fifth of the price. Well, technically a third of the price. And I think that they do a pretty good job. Auldey's probably the best in this space. Yellow Park is upping their game to try to keep up with them. And so that makes, competition makes it good for us. We'll see how the next Yellow Park comes out. But so far, Auldey is dominating, and they didn't stop with Wave 3. So Wave 3 is still a very solid wave. We'll get into this. Pluses and minuses. It's not perfect. But for $11 a figure, it's not bad. I did get this at Shozy Store. I have a link down below where you can get yours for 65 bucks while they still have them. And it's going to be easy to find because it's the only one left in stock out of all the waves, and it won't be in stock for long. But let's get into taking a look at each of these. And just so you know, these are blind box. And as I went through this video, I had no idea what's in the box. Each box, I had no idea which variant I was going to get. Was I going to get Shockwave? Was I going to get Delta Magnus? I didn't know. Well, now you know already at the beginning. I don't know how I could fix it. Anyway, let's get a look at these each. Coming up. Here's the box, the packaging, which never really is too exciting for me for these. More, I think, set up for you to tear along these lines to sell at retail. That's what the whole idea of this is. And there's the blind box. You know how I feel about blind boxes. And then you've got more or less a slip cover, and then inside you've got the figure. Now, is this am I revealing like which one I got? Was there a chase one of these? Oh, you already saw the clickbait thumbnail. Doesn't really matter, but there we go. That's packaging. Let me get them all out of the packaging. All right, so starting off with Magnus, or AKA just White Prime. This is the Magnus without armor. And curious how much bigger the one with armor is. We're going to find out, but I will just do one at a time here. So let's quickly knock out his articulation so we don't ever have to do this again for the rest of the video because they all have the same articulation. You can articulate these. That's cool. Left, right, up, down. So it's not a ball joint. It's like all real articulation. You've got at least to the 90, 360 bicep swivel. Double jointed at the elbow. You get that much range for whatever that means. He has different hand options we're going to get into. He has movement at the diaphragm, and he can do serious ab crunch. So quite a bit going on there for a little figure. Nothing to the side. So you have a drop down hip so he can get almost to the 90 and past the 90 front and back, and it goes back into place. Thigh swivel. Double joint, and oh, it popped off, but pops right back on. Anyway, if you overdo your posing, you're not going to break them. And then you've got, looks like ball joint down into here, but you got toe movement too, so you can get them in like running poses or something along that line. Get what you need out of it. Okay, so getting all that out of the way so we don't have to do that again. A pretty good looking figure overall. I like that he's got his paint right here for Autobot symbol. A lot of my third party stuff doesn't have that. Good blue paint, red eyes, teal, what you'd expect, different colors for the waist, pelvis, all that kind of stuff. And pretty nice. Pretty nice. I like that. And I like that it's not a kit, it's already assembled, put together. He's got this blue gun that he can... I like this splayed hand. It does quite a few different posing options. You can use it to hold the gun, all that. So, or you can just be running with it. Now this is kind of quintessentially the vintage G1 gun that came with Magnus. And then he comes with Energon. So I don't know if that's special to him to have the Energon. And then of course all the other hands. Now we're gonna go through these hands. They're all the same. You get pointing hands in case he wants to be rude. Or lead. He's not a leader, is he? He's got fists for punching. One of them, when I popped it off, flew across. I know where it is though. It's actually way over here. I'm like, I have stuff around here. and it catches these things. Like, we got the fang. The fang? Yeah, my fang caught it. And then another holding hand, another splayed hand. That's it for Magnus. Magnus PI. I want to point out these are blind boxes again. I don't know what's in each box. And I'm filming these before I make my intro. So I have no idea which version of Magnus I'm going to get. This one or Delta. Or am I going to get the regular Shockwave? I kind of want to get a variant because there's all the competing different lines. But Auldey, I think, does the best job. So I kind of do want the main one, the main color, to be Auldey's. So we've got Magnus again. Magnus numero dos. I guess the trade-off, well, first of all, let's get his feet on. But the trade-off for getting a bigger figure must be that you get just less accessories, which I'm okay with. I mean, I don't need like all these hands. The splayed is kind of nice. And I wonder. Can you pop? Oh, it's articulate. Oh, wow. Articulation in the hand. Okay, I didn't get that. All right, I mean, we're talking $12 figure. We're not talking $20 figure. We're not talking the $25 and then eventually $30 red figures or whatever they end up costing. I take it this one is the left. You have to put the feet on. And this one is this one's the right. Is that right? Okay, so he's got articulated fingers and toes in a $12 figure. You don't need all the extra hands. If they could just do this for every hand, every figure from now on, I don't need any extra hands. Card, Violet, Gat, which, by the way, is probably exactly the same. Oh, he's got that whole butt opens hand situation going right there. And let's just I like that little hand open a little bit more. There we go. Same gun. No, it's tooled different. It is tooled differently. So I got a notch up there that this doesn't have. Huh. Interesting. All right, so let's take a good look at this guy here. Now, one of the things is his chest, where I would have liked like a little translucent stuff there. Just that's my biggest complaint looking at it out of package. And this is an accessory. I mean, it's already packed on it, but that's an accessory. 2 accessories. What if a little missile comes out? No. Yeah, missile comes off. That's inversely comes off. This is an interesting way to do it. And then all the same articulation in this big boy as we got before. Oh, and interesting how you have a pop-up for the waist also. Didn't really point that out before, but it was a thing. Yeah, he's got all the elements that you're used to with a Magnus figure. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I guess at this point we can bring in a Prime and check them out with a quick comparison. I like the Autobot symbol. Looking good there. And the articulated toe and feet, it's consistent with the other figure, but just the fact he's bigger. And how much bigger is he than the first Magnus? I mean, that feels okay. I do feel like with armor, he'd be a bit bigger. So if you look at it, like chest-wise, they're about the same size. Which I didn't even check. His chest doesn't open, does it? It opens. Oh gosh, his chest opens. There's no matrix in there. There's a chamber for a matrix and no matrix. So then that makes me wonder, does his chest open? Does it like open up? Oh, it does. If you don't break it. And opens out. But no matrix. Neither one of these guys have a matrix. That's disappointing. Wow. More detail to it. $12 figure, guys. Well, you buy the set for $65. $11 figure, guys. $11. No matrix. Real quick, We'll do a better comparison when we have them all, so we can see what they all compare to. But that's basically the Auldey Prime, which wins because I put the Yolo Park one back downstairs. And then there's Magic Square. Magic Square always wins, except these are bigger than the Legends scale, but not by much. Next up, we've got Shockwave and his hose. Ladies of Cybertron. There's his hose right there. Yep. And it's clear, translucent. Hey, let's pan out of this. Translucent, and they all fall down. Man, this bag's hard to get open. And then the tape, it's taped to the box. It's on there good. So there's a hole here, a hole there. And you've got his hose. Which... it's almost like it's not long enough. He also has a hole right here, so that works. And then we've got Shockwave. And he can hold himself if he had the right hand. He's got this splayed hand, but it's more than the other. So this is a regular splayed hand. Well, no, not really. This is a regular splayed hand. His hand is specifically closed up to give more of a salute look, but also double as hand upon his hip and like action splayed hand, but something like that. But I'm not going to display him like that. I'm going to display him with this hand. And of course, him holding himself. And these don't transform, as I guess I should have said at the beginning of the video. Wait, I haven't made the beginning of the video yet. That's good looking. Ooh. And all the same hands as before, so no need to. Man, and they're different size. Yeah, it's a different size of hand. And he comes with the standard splayed one too. So the salute one's a special one. It's really special to have a saluting hand. Okay, and here's a card. And that bag is trash. The trash is trash. So let's take a look at him. He does have, so he has the clear translucent, which I wanted on him. Didn't get him. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. But what do you want for $11? Anything you want, I guess. This is articulated in the back, which is strange. But I'm not complaining. And a really nice look to him. And there's kind of like with this character, most of the time he's made too bulky to match the animation. And then sometimes I think the Fans Toys one is too skinny, but then you get down to the lower legs and they're just all jacked up on the Fans Toys one. So since he doesn't have to transform, he can take on nearly perfect form, which I think he does. I think he does take on a nearly perfect representation. And the color's okay. I prefer the darker purple, but this works for me. This is fine. Did I want to get the Chase, which would have been like the Shockwave color? It would have been nice, but I'm glad I've got the best representation of like the 5.5 inch scale in the correct color. And so with that, he's got his little dot. Not a whole lot more to say to him. He does have some paint here, and that's it. But he gets the job done, so we'll put him back here and see what's next. All right, we got Thundercracker here, and he'll join his friends. He's a pretty good looking figure overall. A little weak in the ankles though. I wonder if I can adjust that a little bit. Give him a little more stability there. Yeah, you can adjust it. They're highly adjustable. Now he comes with this card, like they all do. But the interesting thing, he gets these stickers. Autobot stickers. You just peel them and stick. Yeah, you just peel them and stick. Not sure why. Not sure why. I've got 4 Autobot stickers. All the same hands, so everything's about the same as we're used to with this guy. So he does have the good yellow paint here. You do have to put these on separate. Wow, they articulate too. They're in there good. I don't want to pull them out. You just plug them in right there, and you can get a little bit of articulation out of those too. I like how these are solid on there because I don't like when they move around on the Masterpiece stuff. That kind of sucks. And yeah, this is not a bad looking figure overall. Starting to wonder though, it would seem like this cut should be on the inside. Yeah, you want more, I don't know, would that cut be on the outside? Strange. All right, well, anyway, he gets the job done. We've seen the Seeker. It's not a new mold. It's the classic moneymaker. Make one Seeker mold, which, you know, in all reality, if you're going to make 12 of the same mold, same 12 different colors, same tooling, you could put a lot of work, make that tooling really good. I think they did a good job with it. Next, we've got Ironhide. And Ironhide, there's his card. And he comes with a lot of accessories, which I guess he's got to come with his back piece. And I'm not sure, is this removable? It's removable, they just clipped it in? I don't know. I'm not going to try to remove it. Now it makes me wonder, does his chest open up? Ho ho ho. Yeah, something behind his chest. Glad I saw that. Ooh, cool. It's got the translucent stuff. You've got the whatever you call this. Was this like ice freeze? I don't know. Freeze ray? I don't know. I forget. Now, is this two of the same exact gun? Because I'm not gonna lie. Oh, if I could ever get this thing off. I want to pop on the other hand and have him dual wield his two guns. That would look good. Alright. So, does it look better than Missing Link's gonna look? Probably. Does it look? Yes, definitely. Does it look better than like what we've been getting from Magic Square and all of them? I don't know. As non-transforming, I feel like his pelvis is still a little bit too big, and his abdominal area between. Can you pop it up? What? You can pop it up, but you got to be careful. But he does have like that abdominal area in between, so that's, I'll give him that. But it does feel like it's a little lacking in this area. But they use it all for articulation, so I guess I'll give it to him. You use it all for articulation, and I can pop him up a little bit, and that makes him look a little bit better. In my mind's eye, good looking figure though. Ultimately. This is definitely where things go off the rails and really tiny. So we've got Outback and Beachcomber. Cardbacks. They come with more Energon. I haven't done anything with the Energon we just got. And then now we just got lots of Energon. Splayed hands, tiny little splayed hands for both, for each. But they come packed with their gun holding hands, which I like. So I'm really good with that. And all the same articulation. Just smaller, no toe tilt. And none of this stuff comes off, I'm sure. But works, and probably works well as a Legends figure, by the way. That would probably fit in with your Magic Square. Nah, more New Age scale for Legends. So I almost feel these are a little too small. You know, if you put them up here, like, that's just feels a little too small. But I guess they got to do it to try to make it a value for $11 to get 3 figures. Here they are from the back, which is a lot of detail and stuff, and a lot of paint. A few paint hits over here. And of course, still has the same gimmick. Put his gun in his back, because he transforms not. Oh man, you pull that off? Wow, that's not fun. Oh, jeez. Oh, Pete. Okay. Well, now we see how the sausage is made with this guy. And Sometimes you want that to be a mystery. And then we get into Buzzsaw here. Articulation in the wings. These don't move. Head moves just at the neck. Feet do not move. Probably remove. A lot of stuff probably just plugs in and out. No screws. And probably worked really well on Soundwave. But yeah, it's a nice little 3-pack. Feel like they're a little too small. I feel like this is probably the perfect size for Buzzsaw. Alright, so we're going to do a little comparison. I'm going to put this in, and I think a couple of these are Yellow Parks to put in there and kind of see some design style. I'm not 100% sure if this... I have to go back and check. This one might actually be the Auldey. But I got to go back and check all that fun stuff. Still, they've done some really good work overall. And I'm picking and choosing between Yellow Park and for these minis. And of course, Auldey's, which I think Auldey's is doing the best for most of them. I'm not going to say all of them though. So a couple of wins for Yellow Park. They're trying to step theirs up. Then we have the Seeker team that's now complete. Thanks in part to Thundercracker. So now if you've gotten this is only 3. This is only the 3rd Auldey set. So if you've had the other 2, now you've got all the Seekers. So you don't have to seek them out. And got that all out of the way. And then while we're here, we can kind of bring these in and see like how do they work with Auldey's Megatron. Of course, we got that in one of the earlier waves. Let's not have him take up all the space. He should be saluting. And then we could bring in Soundwave. If you don't already have Soundwave, well, guess what? I don't know how you'll get their Soundwave. It's a blind box, so buying random blind boxes is not smart. Not something I'd advise. And I would think Megatron, yeah, Megatron has a place for the bird. So as we're in a little comparison section here, you can put the bird on here. And Megatron's got, so now you got 2 birds. I mean, am I going to give you a preview of where I'm going to keep mine? Yeah, it's pretty much how it's going to be for me. All right, this is my look at the Auldey Wave 3 set of figures. And the minifigures, $65 gets you all 6 figures, or, you know, one's a set of 3. And what do I think of these? Well, Optimus Prime is not in here, but White Optimus Prime and the Magnus. So Magnus and Magnus are redundant. Would I want that in the same wave? I don't know. Would have been fun to split it up? I don't know. The reuse to get the money out of the tooling is understood. The Ironhide looks pretty good. I mean, Ironhide's a tough one to get right. They all look good. They all do what they're supposed to do. Minifigures are a little bit too small in my opinion, and the minifigures, they can look a little wonky when posing. But everything else about them looks great for the price point. Got to keep in mind the price point, because you try to go buy 2 Transformers, the cheapest sort of deluxe at Walmart, you're already paying pretty much this. Almost this. Well, yeah, after tax, you're paying this. So I think this is a pretty fun little line, but how far will it go? And can you mix in stuff from Yellow Park? Yes. Are there other companies that are in this space? Probably. But I think Auldey does it best. So if you get the waves, the first 3 waves from Auldey, you won't be disappointed. And they're pretty good figures. I've got reviews for all of these up here. But I did get this Shows You store. I have a link down below where you can get yours. Remember, TH in Support Your Favorite Reviewer box at the very top. Links to Titanium Hanger helps the channel out. But I'm going to keep getting more of these as time goes by. And as I don't have room for a whole huge collection of these. So as long as they're just banging out the ones that I want, the main characters, pretty happy. Do I want them to go super deep on it? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Titanium Hanger out.